What is up, my Desi log all over the world? We are seeing memes of Bernie Sanders sitting around comfortably in his comfort zone at the presidential inauguration, and they are truly hilarious. This is not a political video, by the way. I just want to quickly talk about us sitting in our comfort zones, or rather, we just want to talk about not sitting in our comfort zones, but rather getting out of our comfort zones. Has God ever called you to do something that is outside of your regular territory? Something that involves you to step outside your comfort zone, but then you have been feeling not too sure about yourself or your capability to do what God is calling you to do. Maybe He's calling you to start a business or start a career in a new area or doing some kind of ministry for God or move cities and countries. Or if you're single, even get married. God says that some things are humanly speaking impossible, but that with God everything is possible. If you ever feel fear, let me tell you that fear is not from God, first of all, because God is only love. So if you feel afraid, know that God has not given you a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. If God has called you to do something and you doubt yourself or your ability to do it, then let me tell you that those are not your own thoughts. That's just the devil trying to demotivate you, for he knows that if you obey God, then that God will bless you and prosper you and give you a future and a hope. Or it might just be you thinking less of yourself than God does. Always remind yourselves of the value you have in God's own eyes. But a big determining factor on whether you achieve the things that God is calling you to do is whether or not you and I are sitting in our comfort zone. Sometimes we're just plain lazy to get out of our regular routine or schedules, or just do nothing at all. Sometimes we would rather sit in the house and in front of the TV. Sometimes we just don't feel like getting out onto that new venture God wants us to put our sweat and blood into. God doesn't want us to be stuck in a rut, doing the same thing over and over again. He takes us through seasons after seasons in life. He wants us to partner with Him in the decisions that we make for our own lives, our families, our friends. Once we make a decision, know that you are not alone in this journey. God will bring people into your lives. God is in your life to begin with. The important thing to know is that you are about to do what you are about to do is God inspired. The point again is that we need to be willing to obey what He wants us to do, to obey His leading. If we are not, we say, stagnant in life. If we get out of our comfort zones, we move on, we progress. The choice on whether to do it or not is up to you and me. If we choose to do or not do something that God wants us to do, it results in a lack of progress in life. God will not force you to do things. Remember that being intentional always plays a part, a big part, in fulfilling God's plan for you. You will find out that it is better to do what God is calling you to do than sitting around and doing nothing, or even doing something that God is calling you out of. Maybe it's a season for you to move on into other things or better things in life. Whatever it is that God is calling you to do, or whatever it is that you need to do that you are not used to doing and needs you to get out of your comfort zone, you need to be motivated by God. Then you will have the faith to do it. Then you will walk by faith and not by sight. When we look at the way things are going with our naked eyes, we feel like things are not working out for us. But remember that God sees the full picture. We got to see not with our naked eye, but with our spiritual eyes. God is backing you up. He's got you, bro. So whenever you feel a lack of faith, remember that this is what the Lord has told you. Have I not commanded you? Have I not told you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. So get out of your comfort zone. Go do it.